All right, last quadrilateral trapezoid, area of a trapezoid. We talked about trapezoids and the parts of them before. Trapezoid, Pizza Hut sign. All right, so you got two sides. I didn't add this, but it's a triangle and another triangle. So those two sides are parallel all the time. So we got the top side and we got a bottom side. The two sides that are parallel are your bases. So base 1, base 2. Again, your height always makes a 90-degree angle with both bases actually, but it always makes a 90-degree angle with the base. So you have to be able to identify the height correctly. This is not your actual height. The slants, don't include them as the height. All right, so those are the three things that you are going to use to figure out the area of this entire shape. All right, and here's the formula. Area is equal to, you add up the bases first. So order of operations, do the parentheses first. Base 1 plus base 2. And whatever you get there, multiply it with the actual height, and then divide by 2. Or you'll see this formula. Base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. Alright, so here's the problem right here. I labeled every side a possibility. So since some students will pick 3 as a height, some students pick 7 as a height, but the actual height of the figure of the trapezoid is 2 because this makes a 90-degree angle with the bottom side. So these two sides are your bases. So we do not care about the 3 and we do not care about the 7. Alright, so area is equal to base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. So I'm just going to plug in my numbers now. Base 1 is 5 plus base 2 is 9. It doesn't matter which base you use first, but I stay consistent by using the smaller side and the bottom side. Times the actual height is 2 divided by 2. Okay. This is where, if you don't have an actual calculator, you have to know your order of operations. So if you do have a calculator, great, plug this whole thing in exactly how you see it, using your parentheses and all that stuff. If you don't have a calculator, do your operations first. So 5 plus 9 is 14 times your height divided by 2. Multiply first. 14 times 2 is 28 divided by 2. Divide, that makes 14. Inches squared. That's your answer. Alright, and then our last problem here. Okay. Some trapezoids look awkward. That's okay. These two sides are your bases. This is here to confuse you. And this line makes a 90-degree angle with the bottom side, which is the base. So this has to be your actual height. So this is your base 1, this is your base 2, and this is here to confuse you. So let's plug it into our formula. Base 1 plus base 2 times your height divided by 2. Alright, base 1 is 4 plus base 2 is 6 times your height, which is 5, divided by 2. Alright, so you can use your calculator or your phone. 4 plus 6 is obviously 10 times 5 divided by 2. Do the top number first. Multiply first. 50 divided by 2. And then that makes, I'm going to write my answer down here, 25 yards squared. That's how you figure out area of trapezoid.